Anna Johnston, one of the standout stars of Seven Little Johnstons, is no stranger to speaking her mind. And lately, fans have noticed that she's been more vocal than ever when it comes to her strained relationship with her adoptive mother, Amber Johnston. In the wake of ongoing tension and emotionally charged episodes of the reality TV series, Anna has stirred the pot once again with a not-so-subtle comment directed at Amber, reigniting speculation of a deepening rift within the family. Though the Johnston family has always appeared close-knit on-screen, behind-the-scenes tensions have been surfacing for years, especially between Anna and her parents, Trent and Amber. But now, what once seemed like occasional misunderstandings has begun to look more like a fractured family dynamic, with Anna's recent public words seemingly confirming what many viewers have suspected all along. The drama recently flared up after Anna posted a cryptic but clearly targeted message on her social media account. Though she didn't name names, the timing, phrasing, and tone strongly suggested that it was aimed at her mother, Amber. The post, shared with her thousands of followers, read, "The message, while vague, didn't escape the notice of Seven Little Johnstons fans, many of whom quickly began dissecting the comment and tying it to recent events on the show. A chorus of followers expressed concern, support, and even criticism, but the overwhelming sentiment was that Anna was airing her grievances publicly and intentionally. Given the long-documented strain between Anna and Amber on the series, it's hard to interpret the remark as anything other than a subtle jab. Anna's tone was restrained, but the implication was unmistakable. She feels emotionally alienated by those who are supposed to be closest to her. This isn't the first time viewers have picked up on the unresolved tension between Anna and her mother. In past seasons, there have been numerous moments where Anna appeared to be treated differently than her siblings. Fans have pointed out that Anna often seemed left out of key family discussions or scolded more harshly than her brothers and sisters for relatively minor infractions. Amber, meanwhile, has been criticized by fans for her sometimes rigid and authoritarian parenting style. While she's known for her organizational skills and devotion to the family's many activities, that intense level of control hasn't always sat well with Anna, whose independent streak often clashed with Amber's more traditional approach. One key moment came when Anna tried to start her own business, a move that should have been a point of pride, especially for a young woman with dwarfism navigating a challenging world. Instead, viewers were shocked when Amber and Trent seemed unsupportive, even dismissive, of her entrepreneurial efforts. That incident became a turning point for many fans, who began to question whether Anna was truly being treated fairly. Since that controversial moment, Anna has slowly begun to emerge as a fan favorite, admired for her resilience and self-sufficiency. Viewers see her as a young woman who's been forced to fight for her place, not only in the world, but within her own home. Her social media presence reflects this growing confidence, and her posts, especially the most recent one, suggest a young woman no longer afraid to speak her truth. Following her shady comment, a wave of supportive comments flooded her page. One user wrote, "You've always been the strongest one in the family. Don't let them dim your light." Another commented, "We see how you're treated on the show. You don't owe anyone silence." Despite the positivity from fans, there's also a sense of sadness running through the discourse. Many longtime viewers of Seven Little Johnstons say that they used to admire the family's unity and now feel disillusioned by the growing divisions. The once beloved show is beginning to feel more like a portrait of dysfunction than harmony. Perhaps most telling of all is the complete silence from Amber in response to Anna's comment. Neither Amber nor Trent has made any public statement addressing the situation, despite the growing chatter online. Their Instagram pages remain filled with upbeat family photos and promotional content for the show, but there's no sign of an attempt to address the obvious elephant in the room. Some fans interpret the silence as an implicit acknowledgement of guilt, while others suggest it's simply a calculated PR move to avoid further escalation. Still, it's hard to ignore how fractured the family appears from the outside. Adding to the speculation is the fact that Anna has been notably absent from some recent family events shared online. Whether these absences are due to scheduling conflicts or intentional distancing is unclear, but the optics don't help the Johnston parents' case. There are essentially two competing narratives at play. From Amber's perspective, as conveyed through the show and official family channels, Anna is a rebellious daughter who frequently bucks the rules and resists guidance. From Anna's perspective, as seen increasingly through her social media, she is a young adult yearning for respect, recognition, and equality. These two narratives reflect a broader generational and emotional clash: traditional parenting versus modern independence. Anna, like many young adults today, wants to carve her own path, make her own decisions, and be supported unconditionally. Amber, in contrast, comes off as wanting control, obedience, and familial unity at the cost of individuality. This tension has fueled countless debates online, with fans taking sides and dissecting every on-screen interaction. It's a stark reminder that reality TV may be edited for entertainment, but real emotions and real relationships lie beneath the surface, and sometimes they crack wide open. At just 24 years old, Anna has already built a personal brand, started a business, and established herself as a relatable figure to many fans. Her recent shade toward Amber may be the clearest signal yet that she's charting her own course, even if it means burning a few bridges along the way. There's speculation that Anna may soon step away from 7 Little Johnstons entirely. While she remains a part of the show for now, insiders claim she's been exploring other media opportunities, including solo content and business collaborations outside the family brand. If Anna does leave the series, it would mark a significant shift, not just for the Johnston family, but for the show itself. Her presence has provided much of the emotional depth in recent seasons, and losing her would be a blow to the authenticity that fans value. Still, it may also allow Anna the space she needs to grow without feeling stifled. Her latest comments suggest she's done holding back, and if she's no longer willing to play the part of the obedient daughter, then she may need a new stage entirely. Anna Johnston's recent shady comment about Amber may be short on words but long on impact. In a single post, she managed to encapsulate years of perceived neglect, control, and emotional disconnection. And in doing so, she forced fans to reckon with the idea that the smiling family on their TV screens may not be as united as they seem. As 7 Little Johnstons continues, viewers will undoubtedly be watching more closely than ever, not just for the drama, but for any sign of healing or reconciliation. For now, though, Anna's message is clear: respect, trust, and loyalty matter more than titles or shared surnames. The cracks in the Johnston family continue to widen, and this time, the strain has emerged around what should have been a moment of joy: graduation. On the surface, the Johnstons may still smile for cameras and maintain their trademark charm on 7 Little Johnstons, but behind the scenes, an emotional storm has been brewing. At the center of this latest rift is Anna Johnston, whose recent absence from a family graduation ceremony has ignited a new wave of tension, speculation, and heartbreak. Anna's decision to skip the family's milestone celebration may seem trivial to some, but to the tight-knit, albeit sometimes turbulent Johnston clan, it marked something far deeper: the solidifying of an emotional divide that's been hinted at for months. With each season of 7 Little Johnstons, fans have watched Anna carve her own path, personally and professionally, only to encounter consistent pushback or lukewarm support from parents Amber and Trent Johnston. Now, her absence is being viewed not just as a scheduling conflict, but as a symbolic moment in the unraveling of her relationship with the rest of the family. When the family came together to celebrate a shared graduation milestone, Emma and Alex's high school graduation, Anna was nowhere to be found. While the rest of the siblings, along with Amber and Trent, posed for celebratory photos and shared heartfelt messages online, Anna's silence and absence stood out like a sore thumb. Though no official explanation was given immediately, social media followers quickly took note. Speculation erupted across fan forums and comment sections. Some viewers defended Anna, suggesting that perhaps she had prior commitments. Others saw her absence as a quiet but clear protest against how she feels she's been treated within the family. For longtime followers of the show, Anna's relationship with Amber and Trent has always appeared strained. From subtle dismissals of her business ventures to awkward family dinners where her opinions are brushed aside, Anna has often come across as the outlier among the siblings. Her independent streak, while admirable, seems to have created a wedge between her and her parents. This latest incident is far from the first sign of trouble. Anna herself has made cryptic comments in the past that hint at deep-seated resentment. On social media, she has occasionally shared messages about self-worth, toxic environments, and the importance of boundaries, posts many fans interpret as thinly veiled critiques of her family dynamic. In a previous episode, Anna admitted to feeling like the black sheep of the family. "Sometimes it feels like no matter what I do, I'm always the one left out," she confessed during a confessional. And while her siblings have shown varying degrees of support, Anna's bond with Amber in particular seems to have deteriorated significantly over time. From being left out of certain decision-making conversations to appearing isolated during family outings, viewers have repeatedly voiced concern over Anna's treatment. This has led many to believe her absence at the graduation ceremony wasn't an accident, but a conscious decision driven by exhaustion and emotional distancing. In the days following the graduation, social media became a hotbed of conversation, with fans overwhelmingly supporting Anna. Comments like "she deserves better" and "Anna has every right to protect her peace" flooded the show's fan pages. Many pointed out how hard Anna has worked to build her own career and identity outside of the family bubble. Anna owns and operates her own business, a feat that required both financial risk and personal grit. Despite this, the show rarely highlights her accomplishments with the same enthusiasm shown for other siblings. Viewers have noticed this imbalance, and it hasn't gone unnoticed by Anna herself. One user wrote, "It's honestly heartbreaking to see Anna get the short end of the stick time and again. Her absence speaks louder than any argument could." Another chimed in, "Maybe she didn't go because she's tired of pretending everything's okay when it clearly isn't." Perhaps most telling in all of this is the family's response, or lack thereof. Neither Amber nor Trent has publicly addressed Anna's absence. On social media, they continue to post cheerful images from the graduation, praising Emma and Alex's accomplishments while making no mention of Anna at all. This silence has only fueled the belief that the rift is more than just a misunderstanding. If the absence were due to a simple scheduling conflict or illness, many feel the family would have acknowledged it. Instead, the lack of acknowledgement has come off as a quiet erasure. In contrast, Anna has maintained her independence, continuing to post about her business, outings with friends, and self-care routines. She seems increasingly committed to building a life on her own terms, even if that means stepping away from the family spotlight. As tensions mount, so does criticism of Amber and Trent's parenting style. While Seven Little Johnstons has often portrayed them as strict but loving parents, recent seasons have exposed cracks in that foundation. Their tight grip on their children's lives, especially as they've entered adulthood, has raised eyebrows. Amber, in particular, has been at the center of fan scrutiny. Her confrontational style and emotional rigidity have made her a polarizing figure. Some fans sympathize, pointing out that parenting 5 children, most adopted, while managing a public persona is no easy feat. Others argue that the dynamic between her and Anna specifically reflects a lack of emotional flexibility and understanding. Trent, though often quieter, is seen by many as complicit, either through passive agreement or silence when Anna is sidelined. This perception has led to growing disillusionment with the parental figures of the show, once admired for their structure and support. The growing emotional divide begs the question, what's next for the Johnstons? Can they mend this rift, or is Anna slowly but surely forging a life separate from the family brand? Some speculate that Anna may eventually choose to leave the show altogether. While nothing has been confirmed, her gradual distancing and open frustration suggest a woman reevaluating her place in a family and a franchise that doesn't seem to value her as much as she deserves. Others remain hopeful. The Johnston family has weathered challenges before, from relationship struggles to health scares. Perhaps this will be the wake-up call needed for Amber and Trent to re-examine their approach and repair their bond with Anna. One thing is clear, fans are paying attention. 7 Little Johnstons is no longer just a feel-good reality series about an extraordinary family. It has become a platform for discussing real, raw, and often painful issues of family dynamics, emotional neglect, and the struggle for individuality within a collective identity. For Anna, the missed graduation ceremony may have been a turning point. Choosing not to attend sent a message that her presence is not to be taken for granted, and that respect must be mutual. It's a bold stance, especially given how much public perception matters in reality television. But perhaps Anna's story is not one of distance, but of growth. As she learns to advocate for herself and set boundaries, she sets an example, not just for her siblings, but for viewers everywhere. That it's okay to take a step back when you're not being valued. That family isn't just about biology or adoption, it's about respect, empathy, and effort. Elizabeth Johnston, better known to millions of TLC fans as Liz from 7 Little Johnstons, recently warmed hearts on social media with a touching tribute to her mother, Amber Johnston. Sharing a sweet photo of Amber cradling baby Leighton, Liz's newborn daughter, the post was simple but packed with meaning. Captioned, "Best lolly ever," it underscored the enduring strength of family bonds across generations, even in the midst of challenges that have surfaced in the Johnston family's life over the years. The image of Amber with baby Leighton immediately caught fans' attention. Amber, beaming as she held her granddaughter close, seemed to radiate pride and love. The nickname Lolly, used by Amber as her grandmother title, has long been associated with her new chapter in life, becoming a grandmother. For Liz, now a mother herself, watching her own mom step into that cherished role has brought a new layer of meaning to their relationship. The birth of Leighton in late 2023 marked a turning point for Liz. The 7 Little Johnstons star, who has grown up on television, faced both praise and criticism for her choices over the years. But motherhood has given her a new sense of grounding and perspective. In many ways, Leighton's arrival has helped to heal old wounds and bridge generational gaps within the family, at least for Liz and Amber. Sharing the photo online was more than just a proud moment for Liz. It was a public affirmation of the loving bond that continues between her and her mother. Despite the reality show's focus on family tensions, particularly the ones involving her sister Anna, this gesture made it clear that Liz wanted to honor Amber and reinforce their close relationship. Amber's face, glowing with maternal pride, revealed just how seriously she's taking the role of grandmother. For longtime fans of the show, this evolution in her identity, from strict mom to doting lolly, is a touching development. She has always been known for her structure and discipline, but becoming a grandmother has softened her in the eyes of many viewers. There is a tenderness in the way she looks at Leighton, an affection that seems to transcend even the usual joy of new life. Of course, it would be impossible to appreciate this sweet moment without acknowledging the wider context of the Johnston family. Over the past year, their family dynamic has been riddled with tension, especially surrounding Anna Johnston. The estrangement between Anna and her parents, particularly Amber, has taken center stage on both the show and social media, with Anna expressing hurt over feeling like the black sheep of the family. In contrast, Liz and Amber have maintained a visibly close bond, and this latest post seems to further emphasize that relationship. While some fans noted the absence of Anna in many recent family events and posts, Liz's message to her mom can be interpreted as one of unity and appreciation. In a time when many followers speculate about internal family strife, Liz's post serves as a reminder that, at least in her own corner of the Johnston household, love and support are abundant. Still, the backdrop of familial tension casts a long shadow. Some viewers have interpreted Liz's tribute to Amber as a subtle message, not just of gratitude but of loyalty. In families where lines have been drawn, every public gesture can be scrutinized. But to others, the moment felt refreshingly pure. A daughter thanking her mother for being present, loving, and consistent as they both step into new life roles. Amber Johnston has always been a central figure in the 7 Little Johnstons narrative. From the early seasons, viewers saw her juggle parenting 5 children, many with strong personalities and personal struggles, all while advocating for little people awareness. As matriarch, she was often painted as stern and controlling, but also undeniably devoted. Becoming a grandmother has shifted how fans view Amber. It's a transition that seems to have brought out a softer side. Her interactions with Leighton, quiet, joyful, unburdened by the stress of discipline, reveal a woman relishing her second chance and nurturing, this time from a place of peace rather than pressure. Liz's choice to call her mom the best lolly ever wasn't just sentimental. It reflected how Amber has embraced her new role with enthusiasm. She's not just helping out when needed, she's actively participating in her granddaughter's life. From the nursery prep before Leighton's birth to the regular family photos and updates, Amber's involvement signals her commitment to being there every step of the way. For Amber, who has faced criticism from fans over the years, some accusing her of favoritism or being overly controlling, this chapter allows for a form of redemption. As a grandmother, she gets to rewrite her story in the eyes of viewers and in the hearts of her children. For Liz, motherhood was both a joyful and transformative experience. The pregnancy, which she shared with the public via TLC and social media, marked a major life change. The arrival of baby Leighton introduced a new dynamic between her and longtime boyfriend Bryce, as well as with her family. Despite earlier tensions about living arrangements and independence, Liz and Bryce have shown maturity and dedication in raising their child. Leighton's presence in Liz's life has helped her grow in confidence. Where she was once portrayed as the daughter trying to balance obedience with independence, Liz now stands tall as a mother who's found her voice. Her bond with Amber seems even more deeply rooted now that they share the common experience of motherhood. Liz's recent posts and public gestures reflect a woman who is grateful, not just for her daughter, but for the support system around her. That includes her partner Bryce, her siblings, particularly Emma and Alex, and most significantly, her mother. The best lolly ever moment captures a snapshot of this newfound appreciation. As always with the 7 Little Johnstons fan base, reactions were mixed. Thousands of fans flooded the comments with messages like, "So sweet," and "Leighton is lucky to have such a loving grandma." Others, however, couldn't help but point out what was not in the photo, namely any other Johnston siblings. Many asked about Anna, raising questions about whether Liz's post was an unintentional slight. Others questioned whether the picture subtly emphasized the division within the family, especially since Anna has been noticeably absent from many recent events. Still, the overwhelming tone was one of positivity, with fans expressing joy over seeing Amber so involved and Liz so fulfilled. To Liz's credit, her message stayed focused on the positive. It was a celebration of her mother and her daughter, 3 generations of Johnston women, each shaping the next. In a family where drama has often taken center stage, this post was a rare moment of peace. With the show still going strong and the Johnston family continuing to evolve, fans are eager to see how relationships unfold in future episodes. Will the gap between Anna and the rest of the family close? Can the healing power of a new baby bring everyone back together? Only time will tell. For now, the image of Amber and Leighton stands as a testament to enduring love. It's a reminder that no matter how complicated family can become, there are moments of clarity, of connection, that shine through. Les's message was clear. Her mother means the world to her, and baby Leighton is blessed to have Amber as her lolly. As Liz continues her journey into motherhood, supported by her mom and surrounded by her own growing family, it's clear that love remains at the core of the Johnston story, even when it's tested. The photo she shared wasn't just a beautiful family snapshot. It was a declaration of generational strength, the bond between mother and daughter, and the hope that love can outshine conflict.